Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum
Walaikum
assalam.
assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
How's everyone?
Alhamdulillah, good brother.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Okay, inshallah, we'll start in a couple of minutes here. Inshallah, 9 people online so far. Brother Naseeb, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Sheikh. How are you?
Are you back now or are you still out in San
No,
Francisco?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
Alhamdulillah, very good. Is your family going to join again today?
Yeah, I'll give them the link and everything this week. I'll give you a phone number to add to.
Okay. All right, inshallah. Okay. All right, I'm just giving a minute here so that people can join because today's lesson is very important and I want everyone to be present so that we can learn together, inshallah. Okay, let's see. 14, mashallah. That's good. Good sign.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Walaikum salam.
Okay. Inshallah, we'll start now. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem. Amma ba'd. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. قال الله تعالى إن هدى الله هو الهدى وقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله الكريم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة واجعله لي حجة يا رب العالمين آمين ثم آمين ربي يسر ولا تؤسر وتمم بالخير. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the beginning of starting our class so that he can put barakah in our effort and inshallah put knowledge and increase us in knowledge and wisdom inshallah. So assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu everyone.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alhamdulillah, once again with the extreme mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we are joined here together again and inshallah we have a very important topic today and let's look at it so that we can talk about it. Okay, so we know so far, let's do a quick review. And today's review will be mixed with the new concept. Yeah, so it will be 2 in 1. So we know in Arabic language, we are dealing with the speech. Speech has 8 parts in English, and those 8 parts have been condensed into 3 in Arabic. Yeah, and the very basic unit of any language is words. And in Arabic, the words are of 3 types. What are the names? Ismun,
Failun, harfun.
wa harfun. Yes. And then after understanding all that, we said we are going to focus in this course, our main focus is on Ismun. And we said the Ismun has 4 properties, which we should know by heart by now. These properties are jins, which is gender. So when we think about a noun which is a name of a thing, place, or a person, we need to know whether that thing is masculine or feminine. Then the second property, which is very important as well, is the number. And a number could be singular, wahid, dual, musanna, or plural, jama. Yeah. The third thing is type, kismun, whether a noun is a common noun or it's a proper noun. Yeah. And then the final property was status, which we can also call i'rab. And it tells us about the function of a noun in a given sentence. And there are 3 statuses, namely rafa, nasab, and jar. So far, any question on this? We all know this by now, right? We are in session number 7. And alhamdulillah, we have been doing a lot of practice all along. Okay. So can I get a quick feedback? Are we good with this information so far?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good job. Okay. So we learned a lot about gender. We did learn a lot about number. And today I'm going to skip the type for now, and we will jump to status. Are we good with that?
Yep.
Let's see, mashallah. Okay, so there are so far 19 people. So Brother Khalid, I see you there, mashallah. You there? Yes. Mashallah, Brother
Assalamu
Tahir.
alaikum warahmatullah. Yeah, I'm there.
Walaikum salam, mashallah. Very good job. Okay, so
Jazakallah khair.
So in the number category, let's take a look at, let's go back to this here. Okay. You know, what do I do? Maybe I should do it on the camera so that you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So when we say adad, or when we say number, what is the Arabic for number?
Adad.
Adad.
Yes?
Adadun.
Adadun. Okay. So now adad could be singular. Wahid. Yes. Then
Musanna.
dual.
Dummah.
Musanna. Yeah. And then we have
Plural.
plural. Okay. Now here is where things get interesting. In the plural, which is jama, we have 2 more branches. Okay. We have
Jama Salih.
jama salih,
Jama Salih.
Right.
Jama
Muqassar.
Maksur.
Muqassar, right? Okay. Now what are the English words for that? Sound,
Sound and broken.
Broken.
plurals, and broken, right? Plurals. Okay. Then with all these numbers, we also have the gender attached with it. We can have wahid, mudhakkar, or muannas. Agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. With the musanna, same thing. Mudhakkar,
Muannas.
muannas, right? So now you can see this is the property of noun. This is property number 2. We are saying this is property number 2. What is property number 1?
Gender.
Gender. So does the gender playing a role in the number? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Singular and dual. I don't see much difference in singular and dual. But when it comes to jama, in the jama salim category, we can have jama salim, muzakkar,
Jama Salih. Muannas.
jama salim, muannas. Agree?
Yeah.
Yes. Now in the the broken plurals, we also have jama. We have muzakkar and muannas, but we don't have this category separated by 2 genders like this. We have muzakkar, muannas. So if we take an example, if I say Muslimun, is it muzakkar wahid?
Yes.
Okay. If I say Muslimatun, is it wahid muannas?
Yeah.
Right? So far, this shouldn't be any difficult, right? This is good. Yes. Now
Yep.
for muthanna, we have Muslimani
Muslimani.
and
Muslimatani.
Muslimatun.
Muslimatani. No, Muslimatani, right?
Tani.
Okay. Tani. Okay.
Right? That is the mudakkar, and here is the muannas. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, what is the jama salim mudakkar for Muslimun?
Muslimuna.
Muna. Muslimu.
No.
Yes. So that's the mudakkar part. Yes. What is the jama salim muannas? Muslimat.
Muslimatun. Muslimatun.
Muslimatun. That is the muannas.
Mhm.
So far, so good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because this is, now we are dealing with two things. We're dealing with gender and number together. Yes? We're dealing with number, gender, and number together. So we need to know, we have wahid, we can also have wahid mudakkar, wahid muannas. Simple, no problem, no big deal, no complication. Even in the dual, we have no problem. We have muslimani, muslima, tani. Agree? But when it comes to sound plural, the Jama Salim Muzakkar is little different and the Jama Salim Muannas is different.
Different.
Agree?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now, in the Jama Mukassar part, we know that it is mostly going to be non-human. Yes?
Yes.
For example, if I say kitab, right? Is kitab Mudakkar or Muannas?
Mudakkar.
Mudakkar. So it will be kutubun.
Kutubun.
Yes? Right? Now, similarly, if I say
Talabun.
something, okay, look, sayyaratun. Is sayyara muannas or,
Oneness.
Muannas.
okay, right? But sayyaratun is not a broken plural. This is the wrong example. Okay. What is the feminine? I can't think of a female broken plural. Okay, what about masajid? Masajid is, can anybody think of a feminine
No, Muzakkar. Masajid is Muzakkar.
broken
Masjid.
plural muannas? Okay, when it comes to me, I'll give it to you. But there is also a broken plural muannas example which just skipped my mind. Okay, any question on this slide? Any question on this slide?
Maybe
What do we
Bakara.
understand?
What would be the Bakara Jama Bakara? Bakaratun.
Yeah, bakaratun. Yes.
Okay, so this is not a
Jama Salim.
Salim.
Yeah, Jama Salim muannas. So bakaratun. Okay, we'll come to it, inshallah. I know one example, but it will be okay. Yeah, I can't think of it right now. It's just skipped my mind. Okay, but
I think you gave last. I can't recall either.
we'll inshallah come to it. But let's look at again. When we are dealing with number, we also have to keep gender in mind. Yeah. So when we are dealing with singular, when we are dealing with dual or plural, we have wahid, mudakkar, wahid muannas, dual, musanna, mudakkar, musanna, muannas. Yeah. Jama Salim and Jama Mukassar. Jama Salim could have Jama Salim Mudakkar because there is a una sound for the male and atun sound for the female. Now, this is the review from previous class. Have you guys reviewed during the week and you guys cleared this out, like what this Jama Salim and Jama Mudakkar and Muannas?
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Okay. And Jama Mukassar, we're okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so when we deal with the status, we have to deal with three things. What do we have to deal with? We have to deal with, if I say status, we have to deal with, we know that we have Rafa, Nasab, and
Jar.
Jar. Yes. But before I get there, I need to deal with the jins. Okay. Meaning, am I dealing with Mudakkar or am I dealing with
Muannas.
Muannas? Okay. Let's put Muannas a little bit down because I'm going to need more room for that. Okay. Muannas. Okay. Now, what is after jins?
Adad. Number.
Adad, right?
Adad.
So this is property number 1, property number 2, and this is property number 3. And we missed the type for now, right? So if I deal with Mudakkar, can I have Wahid?
Yes.
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 Can I have
Muannas. Musanna.
Musanna?
Musanna.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then can I have Jama?
Yeah.
Jama. Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. So if I take the word Muslimun, right? Or Muslim, what did we say in Arabic? By default, everything is going to be Mudakkar,
Masculine.
and
Masculine.
it will be in the status of Rafa. Yeah. So what is Wahid?
Muslimun.
Muslimun.
Muslimun. Okay. What is the dual of Muslim?
Muslimane.
Muslimani.
Muslimani.
Ni.
Yes. And Muslim.
Muna.
Muslimuna.
Okay. Anything new here, by the way?
No.
So far, we have done up to here already.
Yes, repetition.
The only thing we have not done yet is to find the nasab and the jar.
Yes.
Agree?
Yeah.
The new people, please. Mashallah, now 25 people online. At this point, so far what you're seeing is what we have been doing in up to session number 6. Any
Yes.
questions, any confusion? Brother Tahir, Brother Imran, Brother Zakir.
Pretty straightforward. So far, so
Pretty
good.
straightforward. So what is our goal today? Our goal today is to take it to the next level and find out what is the nasab and jar of Muslimun in the Wahid category and Mudakkar category, Musanna and Jama. Okay. Now, before I get there, I want to do the following. Look at this chart. If I go out of here. Come on. Can you see this chart now?
Which
Look,
chart?
in order to
Oh, yeah,
do
now
the
we see.
status, you can see it, right? Brother
Yeah.
Khurram, are you with us today? Brother Khurram? Brother Khurram is there? I don't see him, but okay, no worries. Okay. Now, if we do the grouping, do you think we have 5 groups? Let me show you the example here. Okay. Look at this. How many groups we have? Singular,
Singular.
Mudakkar and Muannas, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We also have dual, Musanna,
Yeah.
Mudakkar and Muannas.
One.
Agree? Do we have sound plural masculine, Jama Salim Mudakkar?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have Jama Salim Muannas?
Yes.
Good. Do we also have the broken plural, both Mudakkar and Muannas?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So to make it easy for you in today's lesson, how to find the status of the singular and the broken plural, I'm going to combine them. What am I going to do?
Combine them.
I'm going to combine the singular Wahid, Mudakkar, Muannas and Jama Mukassar, Mudakkar and Muannas. So out of the 5 groups, how many groups I left with now?
4.
4. So what did I do? I joined group number 1 and
And
group
5.
number 5 into 1. Okay, let that sink in. Okay, so let's say can you see my camera again?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, so we are going to deal with Mudakkar. Yes, we are dealing with Wahid plus
Jama Mukassar.
Jama Mukassar. Okay. And to find the status of Jama Mukassar and Wahid, we look at Rafa, Nasab, and Jar. Okay. So my word is
Muslimun.
Musli.
One.
Okay, I should put Rafa here. Is Muslimun by default Rafa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the last letter of Muslimun?
Meme.
Me.
Meme.
What is the last letter? Meme. Okay.
Meme.
So in the Nasab part, I'm going to take it and put
Musliman.
Musliman.
Man. Yes. And then in the Jar part,
Muslimin.
Muslimin.
Min. Okay. So the wahid and jama mukassar, the rule is very simple. Last letter will have dammatan, fathatan, or kasrah.
Fatatan and kasrata.
Okay. This is going to be rafa. This is nasab and jar. Okay. Now, if I give you another word, let's say sadiqun. Okay, sadiqun. Now, I need somebody new to help me out. Okay, who do I pick? Let me start with some sister first. Okay, so sister, I see sister Amiru Nisa. Sister Amiru Nisa, is sadiqun mudakkar?
Yes.
Is it singular here?
Yes.
Okay, so we said in the singular category, how do you make nasab and jar? You took the last letter. So what will be the nasab?
Sadiqan.
Sadiqan. Yes?
Yes.
Sadiqan. What will be the jar?
Sadiqan.
Sadiqin.
Everybody agree with Sister Amirun Nisa?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. Now, Brother Asim, I have a word called mu'min. Mu'min. Mu'minun. Is it rafa? Is this rafa?
No. Mu'minun.
Yes.
Mu'minun. Rafa.
Okay. Look it here. Rafa is dammatan. Nasab is fatatan.
Kasratan.
Okay. Jar is
Kasrata.
kasrah. Yeah. So is rafa, you see mudakkar wahid. Yes. Is mu'minun
correct.
wahid?
That's correct.
Okay. So rafa will be mu'minun, because we said in order to find the status of a wahid, you have to take the last letter and you have to look at the harakat. If it's dammatan, is rafa. What will be the nasab?
Mu'minan.
Brother Ijaz, please let Brother Asim.
Okay.
Jazakallah, brother Jaz.
Yeah.
Mu'minan.
Mu'minan. Yes.
Nan. Yes.
Okay. And then what will be the jar?
Mu'minin. Mu'minun.
No.
Mu'minan. Mu'minan.
None. Okay.
Yeah, mu'min. Yeah.
None. Right?
Mu'minin.
Mu'minin.
Oh, mu'minin. Okay. So
Mu'min.
mu'minun, mu'minan, mu'minin. Agree?
Mu'min. Yes.
Everybody good with that? Okay, good. Now let's take another word. Let's say we say salihun. Yes. Let me see who can help me with this. I want another sister. Sister. Okay. Sister Asmin, are you with us today?
Yes.
Okay, Sister Asmin, is salihun, is it the mudakkar?
Yes.
Is it wahid?
Yes.
Okay. Is it salihun rafa?
Salihun is Rafa. Yes.
Good. What will be the nasab?
Salihan.
Salihan. Yes.
Yes.
What is the jar?
Salihin.
Yes. Agree?
Yes.
Everybody agrees with that?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you see the rule for wahid is simple. Exactly. No issues.
Yes.
As long as you know. So what will be the step to find? If I say, please tell me the status of a noun. Yeah. Do we have a status of a noun, or do we have a status of a verb as well?
Noun.
Okay. Are we dealing with verbs right now?
No.
No.
Are we dealing with ism right now?
Yes.
And is the status as properties of an ism?
Yes.
Yes.
So if I
Yes.
say, give me a status, what am I talking about? An
A
ism.
noun.
Yes.
A
Status
noun.
of a noun.
Yes. So I said to you, before we get into the complex stuff, I said, if you look at a noun, first thing you look at the number. Okay. And there is a reason to look at the gender also. But in the wahid and jama mukassar category, the gender is not that important. All we need to know whether this noun is wahid or not. or it is Jama Mukassar or not. Exactly. Yeah, got it?
Mhm.
Okay. Then as soon as you know it's Wahid or Jama Mukassar, your rule is look at the last letter. If it's Dammatan, it's Rafa. If it's Fatatan, it's Nasab. If it's Kasratan, it's Jar. Agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's look at this very interesting thing. If I say Muhammadun, yeah,
Dun.
is it Rafa?
Yes.
Okay. Then if I say Muhammad,
Dan.
what
Muhammadan.
is that? Is it
It
Nasab?
is Nasab, yes.
Yes. And it will be Muhammad.
Madin.
Then is it Jar?
Yes.
Okay. Why? Is it Muhammad Wahid
Yes.
and is Muzakkar, right?
Yes.
Yes. So as soon as I see Wahid, I know the Dammatan is Rafa, Fatatan, Nasab, and Muhammadin Kasratan.
Jar.
Agree? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Now let's look at the feminine part of Wahid. Okay, let's look at Wahid feminine. If I say Wahid and Muannas, let's take the same example again.
Muslimatun.
Muslimatun.
Tun.
Muslimatun.
Tun.
Is it Rafa?
Yes.
Okay, Sister Homa, Muslimatun is Wahid.
It's Wahid.
Okay, and Rafa is Muslimatun. What is the Nasab?
Muslimatan.
Muslimatan.
Tan.
Okay, what will be the Jar?
Muslimatin.
Muslimatin. Now, did you had any issues finding the status when once you knew it was Wahid?
No.
No, because the gender did not matter that much. The gender will matter when we will go to Jama Salim Mudakkar and Jama Salim Muannas, because they have the Una sound and the Atin sound, right? Okay, good. So, brother Fahad, if I say the female of Sadiqun is Sadiqatun, Sadiqatun, what will be the Nasab?
Sadiqatan.
Okay, Sadiqatan. Yes,
Yes.
agree? What will be the Jar?
Sadiqatin.
Sadiqatin. Very good job. Okay, Sister Farina, we have Salihatun. Salihatun is a female of Salihun.
Yes.
Okay, is Salihatun Rafa?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me the Nasab of Salihatun?
Salihatan.
Salihatan.
Tan.
Okay, good. And the Jar?
Salihatin.
Okay, are we good?
Yes.
So the finding the status of a Wahid is pretty easy, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Very
good.
good.
Very good. Now the second part. Let's look at some Jama Mukassar examples. Jama Mukassar. Okay. Let's say Kitabun. Okay. So Kitabun is our word. We know that Kitabun is Wahid. Yes.
Mhm.
And I put here Rafa, Nasab, and Jar. Agree? Now, what is the Jama Mukassar of Kitabun?
Kutubun.
Kutubun, right? So is Kutubun Rafa?
Yes.
Okay, because the rule is the same. You look at the last letter, you put Dammatan for Rafa. What will be the Nasab?
Kutuban.
Kutaban.
Kutuban.
Ban.
Yes. And the alif I put is normally for Mudakkar because Kitab is Mudakkar. Okay, so this is one little extra knowledge I want to give you, that when you see a alif with the an part, that means that noun is Mudakkar. Okay, Kutub,
Brother Abid, does that happen for every?
every male, yes.
Every
Okay.
male. Okay.
So what will be the jar part, Brother Asim, for kutub?
Kutubun. Kutubin.
No. Kutubin. MashaAllah. Very good job. Okay. Another word I can give you is masajidun. Masajidun. Is masajid jama mukassar?
Yes.
Okay. What will be the nasab?
Masajidan.
Masajidun.
Done.
Right?
With the
Because
other-
masajid is also masculine in Arabic. Okay. What will be the jar, Brother Zakir?
Masajidin, right?
Masajidin. Very good job. So imagine you are already able to find the status of a noun, provided you know the rules. And to make the rules easy, we said anything, a noun, which is a wahid in number, or it is a jama mukassar, finding the status is very simple. You go to the last letter, and if it's dammatan, it's rafa. If it's fatatan, it is nasab. And if it's jar, it's kasratan. Are you guys with me so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, we will come back to this knowledge again. But now, let me try to explain to you why did we deal with the status, or why do we need the status to look at? Yeah. So for that, we will go back to our beginning of our lecture. Okay. Now, who remember from the session 1, when we talking about the status, why do we need to find the status? What does the status tell us about noun? Who can tell me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, Asim, Brother Asim has a hand raised. Go ahead, Brother Asim. What is your question?
Yeah, thank you. So I was going to answer your question.
Okay.
We know that we try to find the status because in the sentence, the subject is the rafa. The nasab is the nasab is the thing you're talking about, and the jar is the person who you're talking to, right? Or doing to.
No. Okay, but you're close, but the jar part is possession. Okay, like it tells us sort of a relationship or possession.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get to that. So Brother Asim is correct, partially. The status of a noun is used to determine the role of that noun in a given sentence. Okay, and we will look at some examples, and that will help you understand the concept more clearly, inshallah. So just to help you understand, when the status change, does it change the meaning of the noun?
Yes.
No, it does not change the meaning of the noun. If I say Muhammadun, and then I say Muhammadan and Muhammadin, is the meaning of Muhammad changing?
Meaning not change. Yeah,
No changing of the meaning, but the noun's role changes.
Role will change. The name will not change.
Because in a sentence, the nouns are the subject or the object of that sentence. Yeah. And you will see the example. Now, to give you an example about the status, there is another word for a status called hala. Halat. What is halat? Do you know, anybody knows what halat is?
State, condition.
State or condition, right? So for example, when you wake up in the morning, are you in a certain clothes in the morning?
Yes.
You have a specific clothes for sleeping or
sleep.
waking up in the morning. But when you go to school or office, do you have certain other clothing?
Yes.
Okay, and when you go to a party or function or some other place, do you have some sort of additional clothing for that function?
Yes, may or may not be.
But the person inside the clothes is the same, right?
That's correct.
But your hala, your state changes based on where you're doing, what you're doing, and where are you, what are you doing, right? So when you're going to sleep, you're putting the sleeping clothes. When you're going to work, you're wearing working clothes. When you're going to meet somebody, you're wearing your party clothes. Yeah. So this is just to give an example that you want to think of a status think of a hala. Hala means what happens to the condition of the noun when it changes from nasab, rafa, nasab, and jar. Okay, so let's see what I can show you here. Okay, so the nouns have different endings to show their function in a sentence. It can be a subject. What is the Arabic for subject? Nominative case.
Nominative case.
Rafa or marfu ending.
Rafa.
When something is rafa, we call it marfu. Yes. Okay. Or it can be an object of a verb, accusative case, or mansub. Agree?
Yeah.
And when, or it can be a possessor of a thing, or come after a preposition or an adverb, genitive case, or majroor. Are you with me so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this example. Inshallah, this will help us. Okay. Al-Kitabu. Now, in the Al-Kitab, is there a al there?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a proper noun?
Yes.
Okay. When you have al, can you have tanween?
No.
So that is why there is only one dhamma. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is Al-Kitab wahid?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Al-Kitabu is what status?
Rafa.
Rafa.
Rafa. Is everybody with me on this, guys?
Yes.
Okay. Now, Kitabun, is it proper or common?
Common.
Common. Is this wahid?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Does it have the last letter have the dhammatan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why dhammatan? Because it's a common noun, right? By default, the common nouns will be status of rafa. So is this rafa?
Yes.
Yeah. It's Rafa.
Muhammadun, is it singular?
Yes.
Muhammad.
Does the last letter has dhammatan?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is rafa.
Yeah.
Rafa.
Okay. So you see how simple it is. As soon as you know the number of the noun, and if you know the rule of finding the status by the number, then it becomes really, really easy. You look at the last letter and you look at the haraka on it, and then right away you can tell me the status.
Yes.
Al-babu, common or proper?
Proper.
Proper. So the dhamma is telling you it is the status of
Rafa.
rafa. And babun, without the, this is the common noun.
Common
So is
noun.
the last letter has dhammatan?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it is rafa.
But Abid,
Yes?
so any
Yes.
noun with the
Yeah.
with the dhammatan, whether it's is rafa ending, right? Is that an accurate statement? Like the status of rafa if you have a dhammatan,
Yes.
the last word, right? Last letter.
Yes, the last letter. So what I have said again, now when we are dealing with nouns, we have to take multiple things into consideration. Yeah. So that is why I said there is a number, jins. The four properties of nouns are the gender, the number, the type, and the status. Okay. When I was dealing with number, the gender was also become important because I have certain rules for mudhakkar and I have certain rules for muannas. And those rules only applied when I was dealing with Jama Salim Mudhakkar and Jama Salim Muannas. Everything else, every other number, the gender did not matter too much. Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
Well, Zakir, you know what I'm saying? Okay, good.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Abid.
Yes, brother.
Just a little question here. It's a,
Yeah.
I think I might be misunderstanding, but
Go ahead.
Muhammadun is a proper noun as well. Why
Yeah.
why would not we say Muhammadun?
Oh, because that al doesn't apply to that proper names. Proper name does not have al in there. That's why.
No, but otherwise, if we see,
It's not going to be al Muhammad ever. It's not like a
now I know, but even Muhammadun is since it's a proper. Is it
It
not
is a proper noun, and this name, as per the grammatical rules, is written as
Most
Muhammad.
praised one.
Okay, that's an advanced topic, so just take my word for it. It is Muhammadun. But when it's Ibrahim, it is Ibrahimu. Okay, so there's a single dhamma. But what is that rule? Let's not get there because it will complicate the things right now.
Okay, no worries.
So Muhammadun is a proper noun, and you will put the dhammatan on it. It is by as per Arabic group. Arabic grammar. Okay. So where were we, Brother Zakir?
We were talking about the
Yes.
properties of the nouns and
Yes. So
discussing that.
as soon as you want to know the status of a noun, you have to determine the number of the noun first. Yeah. And I said, if the number is singular or jama mukassar, only in that group you will go and look at the last letter. And if the last letter has dhamma or dhammatan, it is rafa. Okay. And if it has fathah or fathatan, it is going to be nasab. If it has kasrah or kasratan, it is going to be status of
jar.
Now, single kasrah, single fathah, or single dhamma will be specific case of a proper noun like al-kitabu, right? But when you have kitabun, you had the full tanween. Kitaban, kitabin. Muhammadun, muhammadan, muhammadin. Al-babu, al-baba, al-babi. Babun, baban, babin. Now, all of these nouns are mudakkar. That's why in the nasab, they have the extra alif. Kitaban, Muhammadan, Baban. You follow this? So there's a one little rule you guys have to remember. In the mudakkar, when you're making nasab, you have to add additional alif. Any questions on this so far?
No.
Okay, Sister Jahan was logged off. Is she back?
I just got back, like, 10, 20, I was off. And then I
Okay.
just got back now. So I missed a whole bunch anyway.
Okay, no worries. So, inshallah, we are going to repeat it so many times that by the end of the subject, you will be, at least for Wahid and Jama Mukassar, you guys will be, inshallah, in good shape. Any question on this slide? So, Dhamma, Fatha, Kasra, you understand the role of Dhamma, Fatha, and Kasra in a noun status?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So we looked at this group already. So we grouped number 1 and broken plural in one group. These group 2, group 3, and group 4, inshallah, we will cover in the next class. We'll just keep things simple. So rule number 1, in order to determine the status of the noun, look at the haraka of the last letter. In which case, when it's singular or broken plural. Are we good with this rule? Is this simple enough? If dhamma or dhammatan, then rafa or marfu. Function, subject. This is a summary of the lecture. If dhamma or dhammatan, then it will be known as rafa or marfu, and the function of the noun will be subject. If fatha or fathatan, then nasab or mansub, the function is object. If kasra or kasratan, then jar or majroor, the function is possessive. Okay, let's look at this example. I know that you don't know enough Arabic yet to translate this, but I am going to help you. Your job is to focus on the red part in the sentence. Okay, Dhahaba Muhammadun ila suki. Dhahaba means somebody went. Ila suki, to the market. Now, in this sentence, is Muhammadun is the noun?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Is Muhammadun in the status of Rafa?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Who is going to the souk? Who's going to the market?
Muhammad.
Is Muhammad the subject of this sentence?
Yes.
Yes.
So, how do you know? When you see the dhammatan. Yes? Follow? Okay. Look in the next sentence. Hamidun talibun mujtahidun. Okay. Hamid is a hard-working student. Okay. Talibun and mujtahidun. So these are in what is talibun is in what status?
Rafa.
Rafa. Mujtahidun in what is status?
Rafa.
Are these all nouns?
Yes.
Okay. Aminatu bintun jamilatun. Amina is a beautiful girl, right? Now, here the dhammatan is showing the status of bintun, rafa. Jamilatun, rafa. Making sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Now hold on. Look at this. Ra'itu Muhammadan fi suqi. Over here, focus on the red part. Ra'itu mean I saw Muhammad in the market.
In the masjid.
Now, is
in the
Muhammad
market.
is Muhammad still the subject?
Object.
Object. No.
Is the object now. So when we want to say Muhammad is object, we said Muhammadan,
Da.
not Muhammadun.
Yeah.
Agree?
Yeah.
Is it helping you understand the concept now that why the status is important?
Yes.
Okay. Kam dolaran indak. Dolaran mean dollars. How many dollars you have? Okay. This is the word, the translation of this sentence is how many dollars you have. Now, who's the object here?
You.
You.
No, dollar. Like how many dollars you have, right?
No.
So look at the
Yeah,
red part.
object is dollar. Yes, yes.
Yeah, right.
The subject is you.
So
Yeah.
if object is dollars, what should be the status of dollars?
Nasab.
Nasab.
Sorry.
Good
Nasab.
job. So you see the red part is with the fathah tan and a alif. So that means dolaran is masculine.
Nasab.
Masculine.
And nasab. Yes, it is singular. Now, when you say kalima, you say ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluhu. I testify that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam
Salam.
is the slave and messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes. So look at who's the object here.
Muhammad.
Muhammadan.
If he's an object, what status should he have?
Nasab.
Nasab. Is he masculine?
Yes.
Okay, so do we see the extra alif at the end?
Yes.
And do we see the fathah tan?
Yes.
Yes.
MashaAllah. Are we getting the hang of it now? Like why it's not that hard?
Entering in it. Yeah.
Good. Look at this one. When there is a kasrah, then it is majroor. Okay, and in that we see a possession. So the kasrah or the majroor part is giving some sort of that who is the possessor of that. Hada kitabu Muhammadin. This is Muhammad's book. Okay, or I can say this is book of Muhammad. Yeah. Now, who is the possessor of the book? Muhammad. So should be the status of Muhammad?
Jar.
Muhammadin. Is Muhammad singular?
Yes.
Okay, so how do we know the status of singular? By looking at the last letter.
Yes.
And the moment I see
with the-
kasratan, the moment I see kasratan, I know this is jar.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's look at the next sentence. As-sa'atu ala-sariri. Now, asa mean the watch. Allah is on. As-sarir is the bed.
Bed.
Yes.
The bed.
Okay. The bed. Now, is the bed the common or proper here?
Proper.
Proper. So I see the al, right? I see the al there.
Yeah,
So am I going to have kasratan or kasra?
Single kasrah.
Kasra only. So that means the watch is on the bed. Yes?
Yeah.
So what is the status of the bed?
Jar.
Majroor.
Yes.
Majroor.
And so for the kasra, there are two rules. Either you see the possessor or you see a preposition coming before it. So when the preposition is Allah, Allah is a preposition, is a harfun?
Harf jar.
Yes.
Good. Now, let's look at the next sentence.
Ayyu
Ayyu
min haza.
yawmin hadha.
What is day
What
today?
day is this? What day is this? So
Yeah,
is
what day is
yawmin,
this?
what is the status of yawmin?
Majroor.
Majroor. Okay? Because we are saying what day of the week it is or what day. So it's sort of a possessor, right? Ayyu shahrin haza. What month is this?
Month is this.
Which month is this? So shahrin is also in the status of
Jar.
Jar.
jar. Okay, mashallah. So far, so good. Okay. Now, let's look at this whole chart again with the wahid only and the jama mukassar. I'm not going to talk about musanna and jama salim. So your focus should be on this top line here. So Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin.
Min.
Yes.
Mhm.
Rafa, Nasab, and Jar, Mudakkar. When you have Wahid Muannas, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin. Yes. I am looking at the last letter and I'm following the haraka. The an, in sound is telling me Rafa, Nasab, and Jar. Now let's focus on the Jama Mukassar, because Musanna and Jama Salim, we are going to do it later. In Jama Salim, we have Kutubun. Kutubun is male, yeah? A book, meaning books. Books, the Jama will be, Rafa will be Kutubun, Kutuban, Kutubin, Nasab and Jar. Sufunun. Sufunun means ships. Ship is a feminine in Arabic language. Okay. So Sufunun, Sufunan, Sufunin. Any difficulty here? We are looking at the last letter, putting Dammatan for Rafa, Fathatan for Nasab, and Kasratan for Jar. Are we good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's see. Let me see what else I got here. Okay. Let's do this again. All right. Now, this is another exercise we're going to do together, and this will help me that how much you understand. Okay. So look at this. Are we dealing with masculine?
Yes.
And are we dealing with singular? Okay,
Yes.
good. And then we have dual and musanna. And again, I have the animation of the same chart, but we are going to focus on wahid and jama mukassar only. Okay. So Rafa, Muslimun. Okay. Here is the part where you have to help me. Let me see who can I ask, who I have not asked yet. So Sister Jahan, I think I'm going to start with you. Please give me the nasab of Muslimun.
Muslimin. No,
Think
man. Musliman.
Musliman. Okay, it's actually
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Musliman.
Yeah.
You're right. Agree? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Brother Tahir from Abbotsford, can you please give me the jar of Muslimun? Brother Tahir, are you with us? Okay, he looks like he's away. Brother Tazuddin, Brother Sharif, can you give me the jar for Muslimun?
Musliman.
Think again. The jar, what is jar? What haraka is connected with jar?
Muslimin.
Very good. So here, look at this. What happened to my screen? Muslimin, right? This is what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna do this one because this is for, we'll do this next week because this is gonna confuse you guys. Okay, let's do this one. This will be easier. Okay. So this is your example. This is the practice we are doing. We are saying Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin. Now the next word is Sadiqun. Okay. Now somebody give me the nasab and jar for Sadiqun. And who do I want to ask? Brother Wasim, could you please give me the nasab and jar for Sadiqun?
Sadiqan, Sadiqin.
Look at this. Everybody good with this?
Yes.
Sadiqun, Sadiqan, Sadiqin. Why there is an extra alif, Brother Wasim?
Because it's masculine.
Masculine. Okay. Sister Homa, I need the feminine for this.
Okay. Sadiqatun, Sadiqatan, Sadiqatin.
MashaAllah. Okay. Everybody else, are you able to follow this? And also, this thing is getting clear in your mind now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. Who else I want to ask? Brother Fahad, did I already ask you? Brother Imran, I need to talk to Brother Imran. Brother Imran, are you with us?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, Brother Imran. The word you will see is, all right, where is it? Come on. Alimun.
Aliman, alimin.
Very good job. All right. Now, Sister Unaiza, please give me the feminine of this.
Alimatan, alimatin.
Alimatan, alimatin. MashaAllah. Now, why is it easy for us to understand the status right now? What number are we dealing with?
Wahid.
Wahid. What is the rule for Wahid? Where do we have to look at it?
Last letter.
Last letter.
Last letter. And what haraka I need to look at?
Dammatin.
Damatan for what? Rafa.
Rafa.
Nasab.
For Rafa.
Okay, good.
Fatatan.
Very good. And for jar?
Kasratan.
Katatin.
Okay, good.
Kasratain.
So, Brother Naseeb, I need you to help me out with this. Mu'minun.
Mu'minan, mu'minin.
Okay, why do we have an extra alif here?
Male.
Male, very good. All right, Jazakallah khair. Sister, do we have Sister Manal here with us today? Sister Manal?
Yes.
Okay, would you like to answer the feminine of Mu'minun?
Mu'minun.
Mu'minatun, right?
Mu'minatun.
Okay. Nasab will be?
Mu'minan.
Mu'minatan, right?
Mu'minatan.
Okay, and then the jar will be?
Mu'minatin.
Very good job, mashallah, good job. Okay, who else is there? Brother Mansoor. Okay, what happened here? Brother Mansoor, are you with us? Okay. Mudarrisun. What?
Mudarrisin.
Mudarrisan, mudarra, mudarrisin. Very good. Okay. Now, Brother Mansoor, if you see in a sentence mudarrisun, what will be the role of this noun?
Subject.
Object?
Subject.
Subject. And if you see mudarrisin, what will be the function of that?
That would be the third type. Subject, object, and the third one is
Possessor. Possessor, right? Like you can say Kitabu Mudarrisin, the teacher's book. Yes. So you have some sort of possession. Who is the possessor of the book? Mudarris. So Mudarris is supposed to be status of jar. Okay. If I'm forgetting somebody, please tell me if they want to answer. Brother Afzal, would you like to answer the feminine of Mudarrisun?
Brother, it's Mudarrisatun.
Mudarrisatun.
Then Mudarrisatan.
Okay.
Mudarrisatin.
Okay. So if you see in a sentence Mudarrisatin, what function this noun will be playing in there?
Majroor.
Okay, but what does that mean?
I'm not sure if I understand this correctly.
Okay,
brother.
so can you give me an example of Mudarrisatun in the status of jar? Like what will be the example? So give me one example.
Mudarrisatan, Mudarrisatin, you mean?
Yes. So if in a sentence you see Mudarrisatin, what thought will come in your mind that what is the role or function of Mudarrisatin in that sentence?
I'll pass it on, brother, if you can explain.
Okay, if I say Kitabu Mudarrisatin, what does that mean?
Book
Kitabu,
is,
the Kitabu Mudarrisatin. Can somebody help out, Brother Afzal? What is meaning of Kitabu Mudarrisatin?
Teacher's
Yes,
book.
I can do that.
Teacher's book.
Okay, who was that? Zakir? Was it you?
Yeah, I can do.
Okay,
Javed.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, Mudarrisatin is a
when there is a kasrah, this is the possessor.
Possessor. So that means
Possessor.
it possesses something.
The
And if
kitab
I say
belong
kitabu
to the
mudarrisin, yeah, go ahead.
kitab belong to the
Teacher. The simple translation will be the teacher's book. The teacher's book, or the book of teacher. Yes. Okay. So the point I'm trying to make here, that by looking at these statuses, you should also understand that what will be the role of this noun if it is in a sentence. So Brother Afzal, back to you. If in a sentence, if I have mudarrisatun, what will be the role of that noun?
That's the subject.
Very good. And when it's mudarrisatan?
That's the object.
Okay. In mudarrisatan, I don't see an extra alif. Why is that?
Because it's female.
Very good. MashaAllah. Now you right. Okay. So who else is there? Brother Asim, Brother Jamil is here, MashaAllah. Brother Jamil, would you like to take care of this kafirun? Okay, looks like he's away. Okay. Rian, would you like to talk about this, Rian? Rian, are you there? Okay, Rian is not answering. Brother Shaukat? Brother Shaukat?
Ji Abid bhai, I'm here, but
so kafirun, what is the nasab for kafirun?
Kafiratan.
Okay, so Sister Farina, you go ahead, please. Kafirun.
Okay. Kafiratan.
Okay, we are asking for male, right? Kafirun.
Kafiran.
Kafiran. The nasab will be.
Oh, kafiran. Okay, yeah.
Go ahead and tell me the feminine.
Kafirin. Kafirin.
Kafirin. Okay, Brother Taj, give me the feminine of kafira or kafirun.
Kafiratun. Kafiratan. Kafiratin.
MashaAllah, very good job. Okay, Kazibun. Are we, by the way, also understanding the meaning of these words?
Yes.
They're pretty clean by now because we have gone over it. This is the last one we will do before the break. And then inshallah, we'll come back and do more with after the break.
Inshallah.
Brother Kazim, are you there with us, please? Okay, Brother Kazim, I saw it earlier. Okay. Sister Lubna, please go ahead. Okay.
Which one?
Kazibun.
Kazibun, Kaziban, Kazibin, Kazibatun, Kazibatan, Kazibatin.
MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair.
So what does Kazibun mean?
Liar.
A person who lies a lot, right?
Who lies.
Kazibun. And the female will be Kazibatun. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So right now is 11:03. Let's meet at 11:15, inshallah.
Inshallah.
And then we'll continue from here. So please don't leave the meeting. Just stay and just mute yourself, inshallah. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. See you, inshallah, soon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
All right. So are we back yet? Maybe I'm early. Did I tell you guys 11:15? Looks like I did.
Yes.
Not a problem. It's okay. And are you able to see my screen? Okay.
Yes, we can see.
Good. All right. By the way, those people who are already back, can you kindly tell me how's your understanding of the subject today? Is it good?
Alhamdulillah, so far excellent.
So far, so good. The new students, please.
Yeah, just to practice.
Yeah, it's really good, brother. MashaAllah, very interactive, and we are learning a lot.
Alhamdulillah, very good job. Okay, good. All right, so I hope everybody be back by now. Okay. So, bismillah. Please let me know if you're all back, inshallah. If you would like to continue.
Yes.
Here.
Brother Tahir, are you with us now?
Yes. Brother Abid, if others can mute when you are talking or somebody is talking.
Yeah.
For some reason today there's more echo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So right now, a bunch of people are unmuted, so they just muted themselves. Are you able to hear me now? Okay.
Yeah, now it's good.
Okay. Do you have any question?
Not really. I'm just trying to understand. There was, I know you stopped us from looking for other sources, but I found something very interesting in one of the lessons somewhere, which I thought, at least for my understanding, it was more explanatory. The way they explained how to understand nasb, because I was having a problem with nasb.
Okay.
And they said that nasb is, one is the doer of the act, which is very easy to understand the subject, whoever is doing the act, and the act itself is the verb.
Yeah.
But nasb is all the possible details of the act, like, for example, who, when, how, where.
Yes. So basically what you're talking about is, we will discuss that when we get to the verb part. So that's why I'm saying that if you want to check other sources, that is okay. But if you want to follow a class, let's stick with the material so that we're all on the same page. Okay. So inshallah. So right now, the function of a nasab in a sentence is object. An object could be of many kinds, like say where, when, how. That is all part of the verb. Inshallah, we will deal with it when we come to the verb part. But stay with me. And the way I'm telling you to find the status, regardless of what it does in the future, is you look at the properties of the noun. Okay. So I'm giving you a formula, giving you a calculation of how to find the status of a noun. So first thing I'm telling you, that how many groups we have? We have, based on the number, we have 5 groups. The singular, the dual, then we have the Jama Salim Muzakkar, we have Jama Salim Muannas, and we have Jama Mukassar. So the rule for finding the status is similar for Wahid and Jama Mukassar, which is the easiest one, that you look at the last letter, and if it's Dammatan, it is Rafa. If it's Fathatan, it's Nasab, and if it's Jar, it's Kasratan. Agree?
Correct.
Okay. So this is the topic of our discussion and understanding. How are we going to apply it to other things, or how we will inshallah get to that slowly. So the one sentence I made earlier or in a session before, I said, right now we are learning to cook a dish, but before we get to the cooking part, we are getting all the ingredients in place. Agree? Right. So based on that little bits and pieces, I'm giving you the little pieces of puzzle, and inshallah, when the puzzle is complete, then a lot of things will start to make more sense. Okay, so based on this conversation and a quick review, let's look at this one verse which I used earlier in my explanation of the status. Wa qatala Daawudu Jaluta. Yes. Now, what is the translation? And killed Dawood Jalut. Now, who is the doer of the killing? Dawood. And Jalut is the one who's getting killed. Yes?
Yes, so he's the object.
He's the object. So now, how do I know this? I know that Dawood has the dummah. Yes? And this is what Brother Abdul was saying earlier, that why Muhammadun has the dammatan, and here Dawood has only one dammah. And that has to do with flexibility of the noun, which is an advanced topic. And I don't want to confuse you, because I'm just taking you bits by bits to a point where you can understand smaller things, and then we will put them into a bigger picture, and then you'll start to see the big picture. We are in the very, very introductory course, right? So over here, if you say Daawuda Jalutu, what will happen?
Meaning will be exactly reversed.
You are saying that Jalut killed Dawood.
Yeah.
You switch it, right?
You're switching it. Okay. So this is the importance of the status in a sentence. So why am I showing you this ayah? I'm showing you that if, according to the Quran, if you read it like this, وَقَتَلَ دَاوُودَ جَالُوتُ, then you made a big mistake. Agree? Right? Because Jaluta is nasab, is the object. Daawudu is rafa, is the subject. Agree? How many people understand this concept?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So that is exactly what I'm trying to point out right now, that first of all, how do we find out the status? And then to some degree, I'm telling you the function of it, okay? Now, I'm dealing with another book, and I'm going to show you some sentences. And all I want you to do, focus, is on the learning you have done and not worry about the rest of the sentence, okay? So in here, look at, this is alif ba ta or alif ba jim. There is a sentence on the top row, then there are 3 sentences on the bottom row, and then 3 more sentences on the third row. Now look at Allah. Is Allah a noun?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Is Allah wahid?
Yes.
Is Allah has the al in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you see a dhamma on the last letter?
Yes.
Yes.
So what is the status of Allah?
Subject.
No, don't say subject. Say rafa.
Rafa.
Yes. Okay. Look at khaliku. Is khaliku a noun?
Yes.
Yes.
The creator. Yes. Is it khaliq wahid?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as I determine the number of the noun, is it easy for me to find the status based on my rule? Look at the last letter. Is it a dhamma on there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I know this khaliku is also
Rafa.
Okay. Now look at the at-talibu mujtahidun. Okay. Now so far, what is the symbols I have told you about a noun? If there is a al, I know it's a noun.
Proper noun.
If I see a tanween, I know it's a noun. Yes. Al-talibu, is it a singular?
Yes.
Is it proper?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And is it wahid?
Yes. Yes.
Al-talibu, is it rafa or nasab or jar?
Rafa.
Rafa. So at this point, if you can just give me this much information, just by looking at the noun, whether it's the rafa, nasab or jar, I am super happy. Whether you know other things or not, I'm not too concerned at the moment. As soon as I say at-talibu, you know in your mind it is rafa. And what are the criteria to get there? It is a noun. It is wahid. These are the 2 main criteria to tell you that it is rafa. Why? Because there is a dummah on the last letter. Agree?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mujtahidun, meaning a hardworking. A hardworking student. Mujtahidun. Is it singular?
Yes.
It's wahid. The last letter has the dammatan.
Yes.
Yes. So that means it is a common noun, not a proper noun. Agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So is it rafa?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, good. Rafa, very good. That's all I want to know. Al-kitabu, rafa?
Yes.
Okay. What is the criteria? Wahid
Wahid.
and the last letter, damma. Rafa. Agree? Is mufidun noun?
Yes.
Noun.
Okay.
Yes.
Is it rafa?
Rafa.
Yes.
Nabatan.
That's all I care about. Yeah? Yeah? Look at this. Ebudullaha. Is Allah in the second row has the fathah or dhamma or kasrah?
Fathah.
Fathah.
So Allah here is nasab or jar
Nasab.
or rafa?
Nasab.
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 Nasab. Got it? That is all I'm trying to figure out right now. Okay. In the next word, kabaltu taliba.
Qabaltu taliba.
Kabaltu taliba. Right? Is taliba at-taliba is the last, is it wahid at-talib?
Yes. Yes.
Is the last letter has the fatha?
Yes.
So it is nasab.
Nasab. Yes.
Okay. Qara'tul kitaba. I read the book. Yes. Is al-kitaba rafa, nasab or jar?
Rafa.
Nasab. Right? Nasab?
Nasab.
Yeah.
Nasab. Yeah.
Nasab because of the letter ba has the fatha on
Fatah.
it. Oh, okay. Why there is only one fatha? Can somebody explain to me?
Because there's
Al-Kitab.
There is al there. MashaAllah. Jazakallah khair. Okay, now let's look at the third row. Ilallahil masiru. Okay, look at the Allah. Look at the Allah in the first sentence. Allahu.
Kasrah.
Number 2, Allah. Number 3, Allah. Ilallahi. Allahi. Look at the number 3. Ilallahil masir. So Allah here in the third row, is it nasab, jar, or rafa?
jar.
Jar.
Jar. Allah is wahid.
Yes.
Okay. Is Allah has al in it?
Yes. Yes.
No. There is only single.
Yes.
Kasrah. Yes. Okay. Look at the talibu in the third row. At-talibi. Is at-talibi nasab, rafa, or jar?
Jar.
Jar. Why?
Because ila
It has a kasrah at the end.
Okay, good. Now look in the third row. Al-kitabu on the top one. Al-kitabu, al-kitaba, al-kitabi. What is the third row means? Is it what status of kitab?
Jar.
You guys now clear about that how you can determine the status?
Yes.
Simple step. Look at the number of the noun, and then let's look at the last letter. Dhamma will give me rafa, nasab, fatha will give me nasab, and kasra will give me jar. Okay. Now, quickly, and this is the same example I have been giving you all over again. So let's look at some of the more, like some of the sentences here, which are even more complex. Okay. All they're saying is, look at the sentence, look at the underlined word, and tell me whether it's rafa, nasab, or jar. Yeah. Okay. So in the first sentence is an example, which is a solution already. So Allahu latifun bi ibadi. Now, if I look at Allah, is it rafa?
Yes.
Yes.
Latifun rafa?
Rafa.
Yes.
Okay. Bi ibadihi, we are not worried about that at the moment because we're looking at singular wahid nouns. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. Look at the second sentence. Yawma tubaddalul ardu ghayr al ardi. Now, underline ardu. Is ardu rafa, nasab, or jar?
Rafa.
Rafa. Why?
Because of the dhamma.
Dhamma.
Okay. Before you say dhamma, is ardu singular?
Yes.
Okay. Remember the application of the rule. When I ask you about a noun, your mind should go first whether it is number is wahid or jama mukassar, because that is what we are learning right now. Exactly. Is ardu singular here?
Yes.
Okay, so al-ardu underline is rafa. Very good. But in the same sentence, there is ghayr al-ardi. Who can tell me what is the status of al-ardi?
It's Rafa. Jara. Jara.
Jar, right? 1 second, guys. Okay. Let's look at the number 3. Okay, now this time I'm going to ask somebody and you have to answer the question. Inna Allah. Brother Asim, what is Inna Allah? What is the status of Allah?
Allah is rafa.
Okay.
No.
Apply the rule. Just back off. Get your mind clear. Allah is singular.
Yes, Allah is singular.
Okay. In that case, where are you going to look at? Last letter. Yes.
Yes, last
And
letter.
what haraka are you going to look for?
Oh, it's the fathah, so that means it's nasab.
Nasab. You see, the
Yes,
moment you
yes,
applied
yes,
the
yes.
rule, you
Yes,
corrected
yes,
yourself. Yes.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Sister Homa, shay'in. What is the last letter?
It's Hamza. And
What are the haraka?
it has kasrah, so it is jar.
Jar. You see, I said we are like playing a game. In a game, you know the rules. As soon as you know the rules, you apply the rules and you can win the game or you can play the game. Correct? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Al-Jannatu, Sister Farina. Since you said yes, you got it. Al-Jannata. Okay. I'm only worried about Al-Jannata. Okay?
Where is that one?
Number 4, right here. Al-Jannata. This one. This word I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm.
What is the status of Al-Jannata? First of all, is it male
Nasab.
or female? Oh, mashallah, you got the status. Nasab, very good. That's correct.
Mhm.
But is it male or female?
Al-Jannata.
Yeah.
Jannata is female.
Very good. Now, is it proper or common?
Al-Jannata is
There is a al there, right? Is it
proper.
proper. Now, also, is it singular or plural? Al-Jannah, right?
Yeah, Al-Jannata is single.
Single. Very good. So, as soon as you saw the single, what is the last letter?
The last letter is fathah.
Okay. I mean, last letter was ta, and the
Oh, ta,
haraka
yeah.
on the letter is fathah, and that gives you nasab. Okay, good.
Okay.
Brother Shaukat, in number 5, ilallahi. What is the status of Allah here? Brother Shaukat? Okay, Sister Unaiza, what is the status of Allah here?
Jar.
Jar. How do you know?
Because of kasrah there.
Kasra there. And also, but also remember, you always have to tell me the number, because this kasra will confuse you if you go to musanna and other jama salim mudakkar and jama salim muannas. So you have to make sure you're telling me that because there is a kasra and it's a wahid, that is only reason I'm telling you it is a jar. Agree?
Yes. Agree.
Okay. Okay, good. Sister Jahan, al-maghfirati, wal-maghfirati.
Okay, so that is singular.
Singular, very good.
Singular, and
Yeah.
it's jar, and it's a
Jar.
female. Yeah, and it's a female.
Female, mashallah, very good. You got it. Okay. Brother Mansoor, al-insanu.
Rafa.
Very good job. Okay, Brother Javed, as-salami. Okay, anybody else?
Al-Salami is the jar.
Jar. Okay, good.
And
Now
it's a
yes.
al-Salaam is a
Proper. Okay.
proper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good job. Now, Brother Tazuddin Sharif, kuffarun.
Kuffarun is singular.
Okay. Is kufarun
In,
singular? Think about it again.
Good. Oh, sure. Sure. I think it's plural.
It is plural. What kind of plural?
Jama
is it?
mukassar.
Jama
Jama
mukassar. And what is the rule with Jama mukassar? Where do you have to look?
Yeah, it's same as the singular. If it should be rule like damma or dammatain.
So what is the name? Is it Rafa, Nasab or Jar?
Rafa.
Very good job. Okay, while you're there, what is al-insana here? Is it Rafa, Nasab or Jar?
Al-insana is nasab and singular.
Very good job. MashaAllah. You are
Male.
picking up the concept. MashaAllah. Jazakallah. I'm very happy. Brother Kazim, I think you are back in the list now. Al-ma'i. What is al-ma'i?
Al-ma'i is jar.
Very good. Brother Taj, what is salamun?
Salamun is rafa, single.
Very good job. Okay, what about salaman here? What is this?
Salaman is nasab.
Nasab. You see how when you want to change the role of salam, it went from rafa to nasab here.
Nasab.
Yeah? Okay, brother Asim, walada. What is walada?
Sorry, brother. Just had a little emergency here.
Oh, no worries. Don't worry. You go take care of that. Sister Amirun Nisa, what is walada, please? Okay, looks like she's away. Brother Imran, what is walada? What is the status?
Walada is, I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Sister Amirun Nisa, go ahead.
It's nasab.
Nasab, mashallah. How do you know?
We see fatatan on the.
Okay, but then there is an extra alif there. What information that gives you about the gender?
It's masculine.
Masculine, mashallah. Do you guys see why I asked these specific questions? Because this is what we have been learning all along. Yes. So that kind of reinforces our learning. So brother Wasim, over here in number 15, al-ma'u. What is the status of al-ma'u?
It's rafa.
Very good. So what is the status of amrin?
Jar.
Very good. And what about here? Ma'an.
Ma'an is nasab.
Yeah. Now you guys see how in different sentences, these statuses gives a different role to that word, that noun. Are you with me so far, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Alhamdulillah. So I think with this introductory lesson, at least the wahid and jama mukassar is out of the way. I hope. Yeah. Your understanding is pretty good now. Understanding is good about the status. Alhamdulillah. Very good job. So let's go back to Brother Ijaz or somebody is very, there is a lot of noise in there. So can you please mute yourself? Okay, good. Okay, so inshallah, we are only 20 minutes away from our class end time. So today, I think I'm not going to go on the Arabic conversation, but I want to jump and spend more time on the Quranic studies. Okay, so before I do that, can somebody quickly, maybe a few people, so the concept we learned today, between 1 and 5, what is the number of your understanding? Can some people answer me? Or
9.
9. Oh, mashallah, who said 9?
Homa.
Mr. Homa? Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, what else? Anything above 5 will make me happy. So how many people think that above 5?
15.
7? 15?
No, I said, you said anything above 5 will make you happy, right? So the sky is the limit.
9.
Okay, anything above 5 and under 10 will be happy. Okay, so 1 to 10, who can tell me you're feeling above 5 at least today?
Yeah, above 5.
Yes,
for sure, definitely.
Okay, good, mashallah. But I think most of you are around 8 or 9, okay?
Yes.
In my mind,
Inshallah.
inshallah, because I feel that you guys must be at 8 or 9. Sister Oneza, am I correct?
Yes, definitely.
Alhamdulillah. Brother Naseeb, you second me on that?
100%. I think, brother Abid,
Yes.
I think you should put the poll on next time. It will be really interesting.
Okay. All right. Inshallah. That's fine. Okay. So today's verses I took from Surah Ar-Ra'd, the thunder. Now, you might think that I might have repeated this in the past, but remember the hadith or the message from the Quran that the reminder is beneficial for the moment. Yeah. So even if we read the same verses again and again, and with the understanding of the Arabic language, these verses will even make more sense. They will even connect with you more. Also, if you go back and take all the verses from the day one I have been sharing with you, you will find a theme that I'm trying us to benefit from the Quran so that our personality, our iman, and our haqukul libad, our characteristics grows in the light of the directions directly from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the Quran, so that we become better and better Muslims. Do you guys agree with me on that? That these verses do tickle our iman and we get better, at least because now we are more aware of certain things. Okay. So in these verses also, and I intend to go on the tafsir a little bit. So inshallah, you will find these verses are also extremely going to help in building our character. So alladhina, a'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim, bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alladhina, those who yufuna, fulfill, bi ahdillahi, the covenant of Allah, wala yankudun al-misaqa, and they do not break the contract. Okay. So those who fulfill the covenant of Allah. What is the covenant of Allah? The moment you say La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, that is your verbal contract. But that encompasses everything which the Quran and Sharia asks you to do and stay away from, which is haram and not to do. That is, in a nutshell, the covenant with Allah, that I will do everything you have told me through your book and your messenger, the Sharia of the Islam. I will follow all the do's and I will stay away from all the don'ts. So far, so good. Simple as that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we look at some of the concepts we have learned today, Allah, He is jar. Yes?
Yeah.
Al-Misaka is nasab. Why I'm not worrying about yankuduna and yufuna? Because these are not nouns. Follow? These are not nouns. Is the status applies to a noun?
Yes.
Okay. So that is why I'm not telling you what is yankuduna mean, even though there is a fathah here and there is a fathah here. I'm not going to confuse you with that. So Allah, the covenant of Allah. So the moment you see the of, there is a possession. Allah is the possessor of this covenant. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, good job. So those who fulfill the covenant of Allah and do not break the contract. Now, even in this dunya, is it a good gesture, or as a gentleman, as a professional, do you like to break your contracts?
No.
No, because even in this dunya, if you do that, you will be considered a bad person or a person nobody will like to deal with in the long run. Yeah. So these are the people who fulfill the covenant of Allah and they do not break the contract. And what else they don't do? Walladhina, and those who yasiluna, join, ma amarallahu, has been commanded by Allah, bihi, for it, ayyusala, وَيَخْشَوْنَ رَبَّهُمْ وَيَخَافُونَ سُوءَ الْعَذَابِ, to be joined and fear their Lord and are afraid of the evil account. Over here, what does this mean? And this, the tafsir will help. Over here, this has to do with the relationships we have. And the relationships we have are with who? Our kinship, our relatives, the brother, sister, mother, father, husband, wife, and our community relationships. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that whoever, follow these relationship, They are the one who fear their Lord, and they are the one who are afraid of a bad hisab. Bad hisab mean account. So let's quickly read these four verses, and then we'll go into the tafsir. So, okay, maybe I can go there instead of me explaining like this. Okay, so these are, in these verses, what are we looking at are the qualities of the blessed ones. Would you like to be the blessed ones, guys and sisters?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so Allahumma
Inshallah.
Rabbana Jalna minhum. This dua means, Ya Allah, make us among those, which will be led to paradise. So these blessed ones will be the one which will be led to paradise. So Allah states that those who have these good qualities will earn the good, the final home, victory, and triumph in this life and the hereafter. Is that a good recipe for success?
Yes.
So what do we have to do? That we follow, we follow the covenant we have done with Allah, we fulfill it, and we do not break the contract. That's the number one. So those who fulfill the covenant with Allah and break not the trust, they are nothing like the hypocrites. Do we want to be hypocrites?
No.
Okay. What were the hypocrites used to do? Who, when one of them makes a covenant, he breaks it. He makes a promise, he breaks it. If he disputes, when he fights, he is the most quarrelsome. He uses all kind of bad language. If he speaks, he lies. And if he is entrusted with something, he betrays the trust. Do we want any of these qualities in us?
No.
No. So, Ya Allah, do not make among the hypocrites. Instead, make us among those blessed ones, which you will lead to paradise. And those who join that which Allah has commanded to be joined, they are good to their relatives, and they do not sever the bond of kinship. They're also kind to the poor and the needy, and are generous in nature. Do we have these qualities? Are we in good relations with our relatives?
Yeah.
Are we unhappy with somebody? Are we not talking to somebody in our relationships, close ones or far ones? Or are we so upset with somebody that we tell them that you are no longer my brother or sister? Okay. Are we also kind to the poor?
Yeah.
And are we generous in nature? If we are not, then should we develop these qualities because we want to be the blessed ones?
Blessed ones.
Why? Because we want to end up here. Yeah? So, are we lucky that we are still alive?
Yes.
Yes.
So do you think if some of this message where I'm falling short, do I still have time to fix it?
Yes.
Now, should I wait on it, or should I let it go and say, I'll do it tomorrow, or should I fix it myself today?
Tomorrow
Now, what is the one best thing you can do? You do yourself a favor and fix everything.
Yes.
You fix everything by making tawbah. Why? Because when you make tawbah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives all sins. Yes? And the good news for the Muslims, that the door of tawbah is open till the day when the sun will rise from the west. Okay. Also, this is your jugular vein, right? This is your apple, Adam, or what do you call that? Adam's apple, right?
Yeah.
So as long as your ruh does not get here to get out of your body, you still have the chance to make tawbah. Okay. And look at the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so merciful that not only he forgives, what he does on top of that, he converts all the sins into good deeds. How lucky we are. So the moment you say tawbah and you are sincere in your tawbah and you are ashamed, or you're feeling, you're repenting, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I forgive all your sins. Yeah. And not only that, I will convert all your sins into good deeds. Why? Because I am the forgiver of all sins. Yeah. So this one area, how many of us may have some difficulty here? Okay. So we need to make sure that we fix our relations. Yeah. And they fear their Lord in what they do or do not do of actions and statements. Actions and statements. Do we ponder on these things? not only actions and what we say. They remember that Allah is watching during all of this and are afraid of his terrifying reckoning in the hereafter. Therefore, all their affairs are on the straight path and correct, whether they are active or idle, and all in their affairs, including those affect others. Now, most of our affairs, do we harm other people more than we harm our own self?
Yeah.
Sometime, yes, we do harm. Can we harm people with only hands, or can we also harm them with our attitude, with our sentence, with our body language? Can we also do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And look at the next quality of these blessed ones. وَالَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا وَابْتِغَاءِ وَجْهِ رَبِّهِمْ. And those who remain patient, seeking their Lord's face. They observe patience while staying away from sins and evil deeds, doing so while dedicating themselves to the service of their Lord, the exalted and the most honored, and seeking his pleasure and generous reward. Are we feeling happy? Are we feeling motivated to follow these advice?
Yes.
Yes. Wallazina sabaru. What is sabaru? Are patient.
Patient.
And those who are patient, when in patient in ibtigha'a wajhi rabbihim, seeking the face of their Lord. What is the meaning of seeking the face of their Lord? Seeking the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometime when you are doing something, what is behind the scene? What is your motivation? When you're giving charity to somebody, when you're forgiving somebody, when you're doing a good job. Why? Because you want, in the back of your mind, you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be happy with you. Yeah. And then what else they do? They are, first of all, they're patient. And then aqamus salata. Who remembers the last verse? Laysal birra an tawallu wajuhakum qibla al-mashriqi wal maghrib. Remember that part? The long. Yes. So over there was also aqamus salah and atu zakah. So what else? How would you get the sabr? How does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that how can you find sabr? By establishing the salah. Yeah. Wa anfaqu mimma razaqnahum sirran wa alaniya. Sirran is secretly, alaniya mean publicly. And what they do, they establish the prayer and spend from what we have provided them secretly and publicly. وَيَدْرَؤُونَ بِالْحَسَنَةِ حَسَنَةِ السَّيِّئَةَ, and they repel the evil with the good. Yes?
Yeah.
Do we try to repel the evil with the good?
Yeah.
Look what happened to them. Ulaika lahum, for them is the uqbad dar, is the final attainment of the home. What is this uqbad dar here?
Jannatul Firdaus.
The Yawm al-Qiyamah and the Jannah, right? Because what are we looking for? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blessing these people with what? Jannah. Okay. So they perform the salah, preserving its limits, that how it's supposed to be prayed. And the times, praying on the right time. And they're doing the ruku properly. And the prostration, the sujood properly. And in the salah, they are humble, according to the established limits and ruling of the religion. What does that mean? So sometimes you say, oh, I feel so religious today, I am going to pray 5 rakah for salah. And someday you say, oh, I'm rushing, I'm only going to pray 1 rakah. Are you allowed to do that?
No.
No. You are supposed to do that according to the established limits and the rulings, the sharia of the religion. وَأَنْفِقُوا مِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ, and spend out of that which we have bestowed on them. The money we have, is it ours or is it given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala?
Given to us by Allah.
Right. So then it is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He allows us to spend. Otherwise, does anybody wants to give their money away?
No.
No. So they spend on those whom they are obliged to spend on them. Like who are we obliged to spend on? Like our spouses, our relatives, and the poor and the needy in general. Now, in the last session, if you still remember, What was the list of people they were supposed to spend your mal? Dawil Qurba, wal Yatama, wal Masakini, wa ibn Sabili, wal Sailina, wa fir Rikab. You see, there was a long list starting from Zawil Qurba, from the relatives. Now, when you put the food on the table for your children and your wife or husband or your parents, that is your fard. While you give the money of or give a food to the person who's sitting on the street, that is a sunnah, nafal. Yeah. So what is you're obliged to do first? You help out the people you are supposed to. Okay. Sirran wa ilaniya. Yes. Okay. Now, what is the status of sirran here?
Nasb.
Alaniyata?
Nasab.
MashaAllah. Okay, good. And then what they do? And they repel evil with good. They resist evil with good conduct. Good conduct. Okay. So this is one area where we need improvement. When the people harm them, they face their harm with good patience, forbearing, forgiveness, and pardon. Allah said in another ayah, what is He said? And this is the ayah we learned in a few sessions back. Remember, Brother Asim, I specifically spoke to you about this, that when you repel the evil with good, the worst enemy of yours will become your best friend. But this is not easy. This is only going to be done with a person who is patient and who has this lot of iman and faith in them. So repel the evil with one which is better. Then verily he between whom and you there was enmity will become as though he was a close friend. But none is granted it except those who are patient, and none is granted it except the owner of the great portion in this word. This is the hikmah and wisdom and the iman from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only those people with a lot of good character, with a huge character like our Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who was able to forgive his worst enemies. And he never took revenge from anybody for personal reasons. When he came to religion, he only retaliated in the right manner. So this is why Allah states here that those who have these good qualities, the blessed ones, will earn the final home. And he explained next, Jannati Adn. Over here, look at this. When you have these properties or qualities, what will we get? Jannatu Adnin, gardens of Eden. Yadkhulunaha, they will enter them. Wa man salaha, and whoever were righteous, min abaihim, among their fathers, wa azwajihim, and their spouses, wa durriyatihim, and their offspring. So not only we will enter alone in these jannats, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will include whoever was righteous among our families, including our fathers, our wives, and our children, our progeny. Wa malaikatu yadkhuluna alayhim min kulli bab, and the angels will enter upon them from every gate. Do we want to be among this group, guys?
Yes.
Brothers and sisters.
Inshallah.
So,
Inshallah.
not only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is inviting us and enticing us, did He not give us the recipe for how to be among this group?
Yes.
Okay. So if we look around ourselves, look at our extended families, can be by fixing our relationships with our own family to begin with. We have to fix our relationship with everybody. But who top priority is with who? Our own family. The people we are angry with, the people we said we are no longer your relative, or I don't want to talk to you, I can't even look at your face, I can't even stand you. And if it's between husband and wife, that's even more dangerous, because that affects the institution of the home where the children get affected. So inshallah, with this recipe given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, we should follow and improve ourselves. And these are little things we can do. Like, right, for example, in improving our salah, and then improving our charity. And when something happens try to be a little bit extra patience and try to repel the evil with the good. Yes. And then what else Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying? Salamun alaykum. When you meet somebody, what do you say? Salamun alaykum. Right? Peace be upon you. Right? Now, who's saying that to you? All these angels. Who will be saying this to us? All the angels who will come from all the doors of Jannah. And then I'm going to say, Salamun alaykum bima sabartum. Peace be upon you for what you patiently endured. Do you think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us in this dunya also, but don't you think that the real reward will come to you in the Jannah, in the Akhirah?
Yeah.
And what will that reward be for? For all the patience you exercised in this dunya. Patience of three kind. Okay. One kind of patience is when you have to do all the do's. All the things Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks you to do, you do that. For example, you pray, you give zakah, you fast, and you go for Hajj, and you give charity. Do you need patience to do all these things?
Yeah.
Yes. So that is one kind of patience. You have to patient, I have to pray 5 times. Whether you like it or not, whether you're busy or not, whether you're healthy or not, you're supposed to pray. So you need a lot of patience for that. And to stay away from the haram. Do you need patience for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the second kind of patience. So the patience to do the right things or the halal, and patience to stay away from the haram. Also, you do patience when some musibah, some affliction affects you. Yes?
Yeah.
And for them is the excellent final attainment. What is the final statement and what is the best?
Jannah.
Which statement is which house is the best? The house of Allah. The Jannah, inshallah. Allahumma Rabbana ja'alna minhum. Allahumma inni. If we can make this dua together. Say Allahumma inni.
Allahumma inni
As'alukal Jannatal Firdausul A'la.
Jannatul Firdaus Ala.
Jannatul Firdausul A'la.
Rabbana as'alukal jannatul firdaus.
No, 1 second.
Allahumma inni as'aluka al-jannah wa a'udhu bika min an-nar.
No. I want to already say that. Okay. Allahumma inni as'aluka al-jannatal firdausul a'la bighayri hisab. Bighayri
hisab.
bighayri hisab.
Wa sakata bin nar.
Wa qina azabun nar. Wa qina azabun nar. Ya Azizu Ya Ghaffar. Sorry, I lost the track of my thought. Okay. Allahumma inni. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm repeating now. Allahumma inni as'aluka jannatul firdausul a'la bighayri hisab wa qina azaban nar ya azizu ya ghaffar. So we're saying, Ya Allah, enter us in the jannatul firdausul a'la, the highest and the firdaus. Bighayri hisab, without any accounting. Wa qina azaban nar, and protect us from the azabun nar, the hellfire. Why? Intal Azizul Ghaffar. Ya Azizu, Ya Ghaffar. You are the mighty and you are the most forgiving. So can we make this dua, inshallah, part of our daily life?
Inshallah.
Okay, so
Brother Robert, can you share that dua, please, if we have it?
inshallah, I'll share with you. Okay, so again, please, this tafsir, the reason I do this, if you guys also start to do this on your daily recitation, it doesn't take more than 5-10 minutes, because I am doing it for a group. So it's taking long because I'm trying to also explain and trying to, try to slow down and try to dissect it. But if you do this alone, it will not take you more than 5-10 minutes. And you don't have to worry about a whole page, maybe a few things. Okay. Now, since I'm running out of time, I have to cut down this. But the next verses are for the people who are the opposite. So see, this is the theme of the Quran. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when he talks about the people of Jannah or the good people, then in the next section, he talks about the bad people and the punishment. So if you on your own time can read these ones, that look at this, وَالَّذِينَ يَنْكُذُونَ, but those who break the covenant of Allah from after they make it, and they don't deal with their relatives the way they were commanded, then for them is the curse and for them is the evil abode. You see that? For the good people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave like 4 or 5 ayahs, and in one ayah here, he's talking about the opposite. That the people who do the opposite, for them is curse, lana, and for them is the evil abode. What is the evil abode? According to, that will be the hellfire, Jahannam. So, inshallah, with this, I hope I pray that anything correct I said is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anything wrong I said is purely my fault. And Jazakallah khairan for joining the class. I hope you benefited and you learned a lot.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, brother Abid.
Please do the review. Keep me in your prayers. I will be updating.
Inshallah. Ameen.
I'll be updating the section, the new material sometime by the end of the day today. Jazakallah khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you very much, brother. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.